Oh, your name again?
My name is Joe Bondoli. I graduated in 1988.
Okay. And what was your major?
I was a business major and I minored in music.
What were some of your major labor positions?
My first year I worked in the log house sales room as a sales clerk, and then the second term went to Boone Tavern as a waiter. That was my favorite job. I love Boone Tavern. And then I went to work for public relations as a photographer and stayed there until I graduated.
All right. What are some of your best experiences at homecoming?
I'd say my favorite homecoming would have had to have been the first year after graduating, because students at Berea are all so close regardless of their class that they're associated with, and it was really great to be back the first year to see all the students who were there and I hadn't seen in several months.
Anything special stuck out this year maybe?
For homecoming this year, what sticks out is the 25th year anniversary for the Penny Loafers concert.
Do you have a favorite memory from your time at Berea College?
It would be really hard to narrow it down just to one particular memory, and if I did, I'd probably have to tell you a story much longer than you have time to hear. But I guess one of the more interesting memories was Mountain Day Eve one year when a couple of the guys from Blue Ridge Residence Hall went up on the mountain. I was carrying the flashlight and I was in the lead, and I turned around to shine the light on the path to let the guys behind me see how to climb a little further. And the first guy that got up behind me stood back to my left. I turned around and shone the light down on the path for the next person to come up, and all of a sudden I hear the guy behind me say, "Ah!" And I turned around really quickly with the flashlight. He was gone. And I thought, oh my gosh, we've lost Jim Whitecott. And I said, guys, hurry up! Jim fell off the side of the mountain. So they all came up and we're all looking, with the flashlight. And all of a sudden we hear this voice from down below, "Hey guys, I'm down here." So I shined the flashlight down, and Jim had fallen into this crevice about 20-25 feet into the earth. And so we went down, got a rope, and threw it back down for him and pulled him out. It was rather interesting.
I'm sure. What have you done since you graduated from Berea College?
I've been working for the college almost as recently as I graduated. I went to work in June, graduated in May, went to work in June as an admissions counselor. And I did that off and on for 5 or 6 years before going to Concord College in West Virginia as Director of Admissions and Financial Aid, and then I returned to Berea in the summer of 1997 to be Director of Admissions here. That went on for about 5 years before I went over to the administration building, Lincoln Hall, where I now serve as Dean of Enrollment and Academic Services.
All right. What kind of advice do you have for Berea College students?
My best advice is to take full advantage of all the opportunities Berea College affords, because those years will pass quickly, and in retrospect, you won't regret being more involved, but you might regret being less involved.
All right. Thank you.
Hello, this is Marcus Plumley with BC Now in the wonderful Berea Smoking Gazebo, and I'm interviewing alumni for Homecoming 2010. Can I have your name?
Melissa Kaiser.
And what year did you graduate?
2000.
2000. What were some of your labor positions while you were here?
I was a waitress at Boone Tavern. I worked for Dr. Cleopas Charles. He was a blind professor and I was an office manager. I did tutoring with kids, which was my favorite position.
Very nice. What was your major?
Education, elementary education.
Education. Do you have a certain memory you can talk about from here, your times at Berea, that you liked or stands out to you?
My favorite memories were probably Berea College Country Dancers, and I went to Denmark with them on a trip.
Wow.
And that was really special to me. It was amazing, and the whole dancer experience was really probably the best part of Berea. It just brought a lot to the experience. And most of the experience I feel are outside of the classroom.
Do you have any advice for current and future Berea students?
My advice is to do as much as you can outside the classroom, and appreciate the community here and what all it has to offer and what you can bring to it more than just the classroom.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much. Hello, I am Marcus Plumley from BC Now, and can I have your name?
My name is Patrick Crum, graduated just this year in 2010. I was the guy that was waving the arms at graduation.
Very nice. What were your labor positions?
Oh, where to start? Facilities management, food service, was a facilities assistant for short term at a dorm, worked for the music department as a department assistant, and for my last 2 years here I was one of the department assistants at the William Jones Appalachian Center.
Oh, very nice. What was your major?
Music.
Music, just like everyone here. Alright. Can you describe a favorite memory from your time at Berea?
Oh, that would have to be when the concert choir went to China for their 2000, it was 2007, yeah. Gosh, it's been so long ago. But yeah, we was in China for 2 weeks. We went to Beijing, Shanghai, Xi'an, all over the place. Performed for thousands of people. It was just an amazing experience. My favorite one was when we were actually walking on the Great Wall of China. It was right a year before the Beijing Olympics, so they had all the promotional stuff up. It was just a fascinating experience.
Sounds great. Do you have any advice to current Berea students?
Let's see. Get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night.
Or try.
Try to. It is very important for it. Because when you get out into the real world, you really need sleep.
Alright. Sounds good. Well, thank you, and thank you for coming back to Berea, and I hope you enjoy the rest of homecoming.
And make sure you tell people about coming to this. These guys are great.
Any of them first. Are we going? Okay. This is Marcus Plumley with BC Now, interviewing some alumni of Berea College. First of all, can I get y'all's names?
Renata Wiggins.
And EJ Stokes.
And the year that you graduated?
2008.
What were your labor positions?
Oh, I had several. I started off in IS&S as in administration, and then I moved to instructional technology, and then I ended up as a TA in women's studies as well as a TA in the music department.
I came in as a freshman as the TA for Dr. Libby Jones in the English department, and then I moved to the music department as student secretary under Miss Jeanette Davidson, and as the TA for BME and for African American music with Dr. Kathy Bullock.
There you go. What were your majors?
Music,
both of us.
All right. Can I get you guys to describe a favorite memory of yours from your time at Berea?
Okay. Well, one of my ongoing favorite memories really was always the BME fall and spring concerts, especially the fall concert. I know I remember my first one especially. It was in Union Church as always, and it was absolutely packed full of people, standing room only, overflow. It was really hot. We had on our choir robes, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, so.
I have a lot of favorite memories. This is hard, as always. I don't know. This may sound weird, but some of my favorite memories were some of the convocations. Because some of them were good. Some of them were really excellent. You know?
I'll give you that.
Some of them were really excellent, but I feel like I need to pull out like one pinnacle favorite moment, and I think that's hard to do. You know what? I'm gonna say study sessions. Study sessions with,
we did have some fun study sessions.
Intense study sessions with all of my friends, which were study sessions / congregational fellowship moments,
It also had a field trip to Dairy Queen
exactly. And we would all be looking like horrible, like my hair is like all over my head. Jogging suits, maybe a t-shirt with a stain and a rip, but study sessions were probably one of my favorite moments.
Kind of the refresher that we all working hard and we'll make it, so.
Very nice. Do you guys have any advice for current Berea students?
For me, I would say keep the faith, press on. You can make it. It's a lot of hard work, but Berea does set you up very well for the future. It gives you the work ethic and determination to keep striving and to succeed. So just keep pressing on.
I would say just pay attention while you're here. You know, like I don't think I recognized the opportunities I was afforded until I left and was like, oh my goodness, like free laundry. That's just one example. The amount of money that they pay for you to go on trips. Go on a trip. Go abroad.
Study
Leave
abroad.
the country.
Yes.
Leave. Go.
And have fun.
Have fun, absolutely. But just
Make
pay
good friends.
attention. If somebody's trying to help you improve your writing, if you have any aspiration to go to grad school,
Work on
write.
it.
Work on your writing, because it will. I promise you, what I learned here. Take Mr. Basson class. What I learned here really provided a foundation for grad school for me. Like it was almost cake because I was already 10-page paper. I can do that in my sleep. So I would just say, pay attention while you're here. Study hard, and just really aspire to do whatever it is you want to do.
Enjoy your time in Berea.
Enjoy your time in Berea, because you won't find another place like it.
You won't. It's very special.
Well, thank you guys very much.
Thank you.